Hi, Professor Sorensen. So, the activity that I want to give my time and talents to this semester is to find a soup kitchen to volunteer at. Um, I guess I chose this particular service project for multiple reasons. First and foremost, I guess, is because I've actually been a part of a soup kitchen staff in the past. Um, it was for one of my close friends' Eagle Scout project um, back in California because when I was growing up, I was part of the Boy Scouts of America for 6, 7 years, and it gave me an opportunity to do activities such as this. Overall, the activity gave me a strong sense of fulfillment in many aspects of my well being. For example, both my emotional and spiritual sense. I guess initially I had my hesitations um, and a lot of preconceptions of what soup kitchens um, were supposed to be and what they look like. And I guess this all stemmed from I'd only really seen soup kitchens in movies and TV shows, and they're usually portrayed as being very dirty and run down. I didn't have high expectations for the event, and I did not believe that I was going to gain much from anything from it. However, after completing the actual activity, um, I believe that serving in a soup kitchen can not only bring a great and emotional spiritual boost to an individual, but can also create a sense of togetherness for a community as a whole. I believe that this activity can um, also partially serve my physical wellness um, because from my experience, I learned that soup kitchens can be extremely busy and you're basically constantly moving around to prepare the food that's going to be served. It actually goes a lot further than that because it requires a ton of cleaning and prep work, such as mopping floors, cleaning tables, washing dishes, and various activities such as those. The amount of prep work um, it actually takes to keep a soup kitchen uh, up and operating was incredibly surprising to me. I've found that and believe that working um, in soup kitchens is intertwined with intellectual, environmental, and social wellness as well. Although soup kitchens, um, at least from my experience, they don't really have a whole lot of funding or wide selection of foods that they serve. It's still very important to be able to choose and serve food that will provide the important nutrients to the community and create a sense of social wellness within that community. The food that um, my friend's project we eventually decided on was both environmentally and health conscious. Um, so for the project, we volunteered our time to do everything a soup kitchen would do um, for breakfast and lunch. The breakfast and the food overall consisted of non-GMO products that were hopefully not exposed to dangerous pesticides. Although they were not like necessarily the most expensive and fancy organic foods, we tried our best to choose the foods with what money we were able to fundraise for the project. This particular project is an example of an essential contribution to community wellness as a whole. no matter what community you live in, there's always going to be people who are in need of assistance. And by providing this assistance, we're able to strengthen and bring communities together. One thing that I observed while serving on the soup kitchen staff was the atmosphere of the dining area and the whole building as a whole. Um, this was pretty surprising to me and something I didn't really expect due to my preconceptions. But there was a very joyful and happy mood. Um, and even the people who were still waiting in the very, very long line, like there's a line out the door, and yet no one that I saw was no one was very bitter or trying to sour the mood. I'm very amazed how soup kitchens are not only able to provide assistance to those in need, regardless of their situation, but how they're constructed and how they're able to bring people together and have such a positive impact uh, on the community. Um, I feel as though this activity ties very closely to how um, I'm hopeful my pharmacy career will take me. As a pharmacist, my main and central goal is to be able to have a beneficial impact on my community wherever I end up working. Uh, Essentially, my goal is to serve as a source of information that no matter who they are in the community, they can feel comfortable uh, coming up to me, asking me questions, um, whether it be any questions regarding a health condition they have, the medication they take, or any problems they're currently experiencing in regards to their health. And by having a positive impact, um, by being able to provide all this information and be able to uh, assist their problems with the knowledge that I've attained, I'll be able to create a stronger community and hopefully one that will feel closer to each other because they know that they always can come up to me if they ever have any questions. Overall, if I'm able to influence the community that I serve in this manner, then I'll have a much greater or an increased sense of pride in what I do, and I'll be able to value my profession and career as a whole in an increased way.